could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red.
One of those days. How's it going, everyone? We are back in Fishing Planet. We're going to be doing some mastery missions today. Last time we were at the Everglades, and some of the lures that people were recommending were actually unlocked via these mastering missions, and I thought, honestly, it could make for an interesting live stream. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah, the list goes on. 2 dozen, 3 dozen missions we could try out, and you get some pretty epic equipment via doing these. So I thought it could be pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and go and try some of these missions. Right, the first one, of course, that we were interested in was getting this trophy frog popper, 5/8 ounce 3/0 frog popper. I was gonna say hook, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were interested in getting. And the first one was getting the redfin pickerel 1.5 pound from Neherrin, and so we are going to put on a casting spoon 1/0 to 3/0 onto one of these rods. I'm guessing maybe one of these ones, I'm not really sure. 7/8 ounce. Let's see what spoons we have. 1/0 to 3/0 we have available. I'm thinking it could be easier to go with a 1/0, but if we can't do a 1/0 because of the size of the hook, we might need to go with a different one. Might need to go with a 3/0, just because 3/0. See, even that's gonna be too lightweight. We might have to go with one of these. See, this is gonna be too light for that too. Let's. I'll tell you what. I got a different rod for this. I got a perfect rod for this, actually. We are going to do the. Where are you, jig winner? I got a jig winner in here, and I will say hello to everyone. First off, I will say, Woods and Water, you said your name was Max. I will try my best, but I'm very bad at remembering names other than what you have on there. So just realize that anytime I say Woods and Water outdoors, I'm actually saying Max. It's my way of saying Max, just for you, though, so that makes you special. Specifically saying it to you, that is my way of saying Max. Taven States, how's it going? Jar of Mystery, hello, hello. Cat is here, of course. Everyone say hello to Cat. Big deal, Cat being in the house, so glad Cat is in the house. Don't let the cat outside, that's not good. So we're glad that she's here. B Weaver, what's up? How's it going? T Cloud, Gerald Bates is here as well, top notch. Prompting you to become a member even though you're a member. YouTube being YouTube, man. Hope the missions go well today. Thank you, DJ Squared. T Cloud, Landon Staten, Big Game Hunter is here. You don't have any money, you don't want to go grind Lone Star. You better just not do anything. Every day, just come into the game, get some free money from the Wheel of Destiny or whatever, and then go back out and do something when you have enough money, I guess, to do something. But it's a lot easier just to go back to Lone Star. Bite the bullet. Baby bangers for 900 cousins who are having babies. Classic adult story, am I right? 2 out for the trophy pickerel. Colin, in hello, Demo, Sweet Carton, DJ Squared again. Top notch. So you're saying 2 out for the trophy pickerel, Neherrin? That is interesting. Let's look at the, well, first off, here we go. Well, let's go. I'm going to do this first because I was going to throw on the jig winner. One of my favorite rods, and I don't talk about it very much at all, is the jig winner rod. And it's just because it's so good at a lower level. If you can get this jig winner rod, you are set for a good while. It's 13 pounds. You know, it's nothing to write home about per se, but a 13-pound rod. And then if you throw on like a Bremer 4500 and get some line right around that area anyway, let's just throw on some 13-pound braid. You can throw on some 13-pound braid, no trouble. And then do whatever casting spoon we can come up with. Let's look at the casting spoons. Where are you, spoons? Now you were saying 2-aught, huh, for a trophy? There's a 1-aught at a 1/4 ounce. We might take that as well. But otherwise, I'm gonna take that. We'll take some of those and some of these and some of those. So we're gonna take those ones. And then we'll also take that one and that one, and we'll probably stop there. So our main goal right now is to just get the Neherrin redfin pickerel from Neherrin. I'm not exactly sure where to cast for this, but we're just gonna go try to find it. Need a license, might as well get that one because we got $6 million, and we'll just go see what we can catch. You are the best calling in. Don't even try to tell me I'm the best because I know you're the best. Good night. Hey, I got a pack. It is the one with the red boat. I would like a tutorial for that river. I forgot the name. Sorry. That sounds like the Ukrainian map. And yeah, it's true. I don't have a tutorial for that, do I? We're gonna join a random room, sorry. Sorry for all of you who are really looking forward to joining me on a friends only map for Neherrin. But yeah, we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna scoot forward. Let's just cast around. I feel like we're gonna catch a lot of bass casting around weeds and stuff like that, but we'll try. Bomb Beast is here, top notch, and we got Majiro and some other guys over there. I can't read because their names are blended together. A little side cast, nice. Got a spoon here, so we're gonna do 1 speed twitch. Easy retrieve here. Oh yeah, getting that weed. Getting that weed. That could get you arrested in some states. Be careful with what you say. Here in Fishing Planet, saying getting that weed is not a bad thing. So here we go. Nothing? My golly. Let's try a stop and go, shall we? We'll mix it up. If any of you know exactly where the redfin pickerel is, feel free to let me know. Oh, they spread out over there. Juprafor, Indonesia. Over there. Top notch. Samiu, it's going quite well. Thanks for asking. We definitely got into that weed. Top notch. Hornwort. Thanks, Hornwort. Making my day better. Make it. You don't know it, but you're making my day. Fantastic, Hornwort. Give you the weight you need for the challenge. Oh, okay. That's why you gotta do that, huh? We gotta get a trophy redfin pickerel for the challenge. Got you, I got you. Trophy frog popper is good for uni smallmouth too. Really? Okay. Top notch. That's good to know. It's just a good all-around popper. Sounds like it. It's good for largemouth, good for smallmouth, probably good for a peacock as well. But hopefully we can nail this redfin pretty quick and then move on. Right now it's kind of worrying me. What do we have? This is our third or fourth cast with nothing. When trying to breed guppies, that's good to know. If anyone's looking to breed some guppies. Get some hornwort. Don't want to get too into the whole not family friendly, but you know what some hornwort can do to some fish. It can get them quite warty, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Please make it public. I've always wanted to fish with you. Here we go. What I do for people. You gotta send me a friend. If you're not a friend with me, you can join me, but we're going to friends only room. All right. Maybe silver's not the color. Let's try gold. Aries Reaper, how's it going? All right, we were trying the gold spoon. The silver spoon just was not cutting it. We lost confidence in the gold spoon big time. It's a sunny day. Maybe that means gold spoon is the way to go. Oh, we need to use it like a top water spoon? What? I've never heard that before. But maybe the fish are closer to the top. Let's try it. I'll try it for you, Damo. I'll try it just for you, Damo. They're gonna think, what is that fish doing at the top of the water? That crazy thing. Alright, we're dragging it along the top right now. Just because Damo said so. Aries Reaper, what is up? You can find the pickerel by the lily pads left or the nice parking job spawn point. Just did this challenge. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're right on it. Lily pads left of the nice parking job spot. Okay. So are lily pads over by those logs over there, or are you talking about the weed over there? I guess I gotta go the opposite direction of what I just ran, huh? If your live stream would quit buffering, that'd be great. I know my live stream's going perfect for me. I got 8,255 kilobytes per second going right now. Baby. Ooh. We're so fast. We got Black Trout Necromancer over here giving me Oblivion vibes. Whoa, big fish. Got a carp jumping over there? Alright, we're dragging it across the top for Damo again. Trust me. Straight retrieve, right? Oh, we're hooked up! We're hooked up, baby! Oh my god. Okay, let me just say here, it's not big enough, first off, but let me just say that was real quick, and we got the Neherrin trial from that. So, first off, who was it? Who was it first? DG Squared, you're the one who said the location. Damo, you're the one who said drag it on the top. I would have never tried that. It's working. It's all I can say. It's working. Don't argue if it's working, okay? Whoa, look at that. That's a giant smallmouth bass. There is no way there's smallmouth bass that big in this freaking water. Look at the redfin pickerels, one after another. This one's smaller than the last one, it looks like. Boy, not by much, though. 858 versus 899. Told you! Bing! It's that rural crap Wi-Fi. See, that's what would get me in trouble if I got a house out in the country, is that I would like... I'd be like talking to the freaking internet company or whatever, like, so how much is it gonna cost me to run fiber out to my house? $8,000! So is that like I can pay over a few years, or is that like, what's the situation there? Like, it's just ridiculous. Dragging it across the top. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's right. Strip of them coming out from the rock there. Oh, really? Do you think maybe I could try the opposite side? Black Trout Necromancer just caught an uni smallie, it says. Owie zowie. We gotta get closer. We gotta get closer. Here in the Maldives, we have really expensive internet. Oh my god. You're where the new fishing location's gonna be, huh? You're gonna have to start posting pictures of the fish out there. That way you let us know what fish we can catch out there. You'll become the expert in the region. Though I have to say I can't totally I can't 100% be confident on how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna give you a 1 or 2 choice, and hopefully it's one of those. So first off, I'm gonna go Samu. Let's go with Samu for number 1, and Samiu for number 2, Samayu for number 3. So that's Samu for number 1, Samiyu for number 2, Samayu for number 3. I'm gonna try to remember that. You tell me which one it is. He's gonna be our expert, or our regional expert for Maldives. Oh, that's another good question, Damien. We got hit by something. We're hitting on the opposite side of the weeds here. Gotta get dinner started. Good luck. Hey, thanks, DG. Thanks, DG. Keep wanting to call you DJ. DJ squared. It's Sami and then you. Sami you. Okay. So it was not one. That was number 4. I didn't give you a number 4, but I'm glad you provided us with a number 4. Samiyu. Hopefully that. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Samiyu. Divehi? Divehi is the native language? I don't even think I've ever heard that. First time I stumble on one of your live stream, probably because I live in France. Love your Fishing Planet videos, help me a lot. Love the MDO channel too, real high quality. Oh, thank you. Merci. Merci, monsieur, something like that. I'm not good at French. I never said I could speak French. But thank you, I appreciate it. I do. You know. I do enjoy the MDO videos and all that. You know, I don't sit at my desk all day long and play video games all the time. I do like to go out and about and live the adventures that we play in the video games. So if you do enjoy some real life outdoors situations, make sure to check out the Modern Day Outdoor channel. No, you did not. Matthew the Argento. Is that a mistype? Are you for real right now? I'm just watching these all go through right now. Bonjour, monsieur. Oh my god. Are you serious? We're gonna have to turn off. We're gonna have to turn this off. It is just gonna go for the entire live stream now. Each animation's like 10 seconds long. Times 50 is like 500 seconds. It's at least 5 minutes of ducks being shot. Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome though. Thank you so much. My god, you're making everyone's night. Making everyone's, and now everyone can post emojis. I wish we had a unicorn so that we could, you know, everyone could post the unicorn emojis. But feel free to post whatever emojis you got. Now that you're a member, God, we had 84 people watching, and 50 of them just became members for the month. That's crazy. My goodness gracious, he's like Santa Claus. He's like the May Santa Claus. That's awesome. I'm gonna go back to the silver spoon just cause it's not working. But merci beaucoup. Is that how I say? I was thinking it was something like that. Merci beaucoup. Beaucoup? I'm not sure. My name's Bo. Does that help at all? It's not the French spelling of Bo, but you know, do you can. Huge on those. That's right. I haven't watched you in forever. Well, I'm glad you made it, Keith. I'm glad you made it. Boy, we are just running into bad luck. We caught those 2 redfin pickerel real fast, and we have not had anything since then. Let's see if let's just keep casting along the side of some of these weed and see if we can get something to pop up. Because otherwise we're gonna run into some trouble here. We're gonna have to switch forward an hour just to get a. Oh, he came at the last second as a smallmouth though. Oh, it was a largemouth. He was kind of dark. I thought, yeah. All right, well, that's our first largemouth. Come on, redfin. Redfin pickerel. Look like you have European. How do I join the Discord if you still have? Yes, we have a Discord. There should be a link down in the description of the live stream. If you click on it, you should be able to go into the live stream, or the description of the live stream. And there should be an invite link down there. Guess we can't go that way. Let's go around. France, though. I would love to go to Gigantica in France. I feel like I don't have the true carp fishing know-how to really make the most of fishing at Gigantica in France. But someday I'll go to France. I might have to combine it with something else just for funsies. My wife actually knows some medical researchers in France, so maybe we'll have to make it a work travel trip at some point. This used to be one of your favorite spots. You know, Neherrin is a fun spot just for different species of fish. Between the gar and the flathead catfish and stuff like that, like there are some fun species here. But it's just not super profitable. You know, in my first playthrough too, I really thought that it was profitable. I got into a slew of days. There we go. Finally got a fish on. I got into a slew of days fishing for smallmouth, and I felt like I made a lot of money from it. If anything, it cured my boredom with the game at the time. Largemouth is not what I wanted. Didn't know you could run the spoon. I didn't either. You know, Damo's the one who said to try it, and sure enough, it worked. Let's try one against this rock face here. You know, and honestly, if the fish is close to the top, and they see this spoon going by, I mean, it does allow you to do a 3-star straight retrieve. I will say it's probably only, it depends on how deep the water body is, right? If this Neherrin water body is only, what, 6 feet deep or something like that, then that's probably half. If any fish is between the top of the surface, I guess, and the midway through, I would think that this would easily get its attention. Man, I'm not sure where to go, dude. I'm like trying to find more and more vegetation, but we're kind of running out of locations. Isn't the world record catfish caught in France? Whales catfish specifically. You know, I'm not sure. I would have thought it would have been caught out of the Ebro or the Ebro River there in Spain, but maybe so. Maybe it is in France. Never doubt France. You know, whatever it may be. Best food, France. Best art, France. That they claim the best of everything is in that country, so could certainly be the best catfish as well. Good for just having fun. Yeah, absolutely. Quanchikin's the same way. You know, oh, man. I sure know how to pop up big smallmouth bass here, though. Ooh, something came up and tried to grab it. Wish it was a big trophy pickerel. Ooh, okay. Do you need to be on level 84 to fish on the Japan map? Probably so, yeah. Just to unlock it and be able to fish there, yeah. Unless you have the DLC and it gives you a pond pass. Smalley's jumping, neither of us catching. I feel that, Black Trout Necromancer. Yeah, man. Need these big smallies that keep jumping up with the animation to actually go after one of our spoons. Just made me start playing this again. Maybe if my wife doesn't complain too much. Oh, man. All right, one more cast. We had that one fish come up and try to bite it, and ever since, nothing. One more cast. Been grinding hard on fish. Ooh, god dang, man, he came up again. Been grinding hard on Fishing Planet Mobile. There we go. Please be. Oh, I think it's a bass. Dang it! I think we're gonna end up going back to the same location as we caught those first two redfin pickerel and just changing the time. Most likely be what happens. When you told me you were going fishing last week for the weekend, I caught 3-pound largemouth, which is pretty good for Maryland bass. Hey, right on, man. That's awesome. Well done. Well done. All your gar near at the long-nosed gar spot. Ton of snapping turtles killing the bass in the pond you go to often. Really interesting. You know, if a bass is too dumb to stay away from a snapping turtle, they deserve to die anyway. You know who would never die to a snapping turtle? Carp. They are a superior species in all ways. You know, you stick a largemouth bass out of the water for 2 minutes, it dies. Stick a carp out of the water for 2 minutes, it's like, whoa, what happened? Oh, I was taking a nap. I don't know what happened. You can keep a carp out of the water for 5 minutes, and that thing would jump back in the water and keep swimming. It is clearly a superior species compared to the largemouth bass. But everyone acts like bass fishing is just the cat's meow. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's time. It's time for a new phase of American fishing. Your birthday was May 4th. Oh, well, happy late birthday. Get bigger bottom rods. Upload some pics from your last trip. The pics are with your bro at the moment. We caught some trevally and grouper while jigging. That's awesome. Samayu. Oh, man, I've already forgotten what it was. I know the first part was saw. Samiyu. I think it was Samiyu. Is that correct? I hope it's correct. I really hope so. Okay, last cast, and then we're gonna change the time and go back to the first spot. I was at your honey hole back then, back wherever I was when you messaged that. Gigantica is a private-owned lake, most probably artificial, no river nearby. It's in center north of France. Yeah, I mean, I've seen videos on it. I know about it. I'm a little Danny Fairbrass fan of mine. You know, I like Corda as a company. I enjoy reading things about Corda and watching things about Corda. I do think that Danny Fairbrass is an interesting character. I like hearing about things that he's doing. But otherwise, yeah, Gigantica. Interesting place. Interesting place. All right, one more cast here, and then we're gonna change time. We got 2 redfin pickerel, and then just all interest just dropped off. You know, honestly, we could do one on top, and then let's send one just doing what am I trying to say here? Twitch. We're gonna do a twitch along the bottom just in case. Just in case. Bottom rods work well on this map? Well, it probably do. It's not a bad idea. But at the moment, we're just... Yeah. Oh, I will say, we have to try a casting spoon. The mission specifically says you have to use a casting spoon to catch the redfin pickerel. So that is what we're gonna try to do. Ground mission or something like that where you have to catch croakers, 2 kgs of mudwater, and I can't find it anywhere. Oh no. 2 kg croaker and mudwater. I would just cast wherever there's deep water, honestly. That's probably what I would go with. Let's try evening here. Same method. Same method. Driving it across the top. Sliding it, not driving it. Come on, man. Give us a redfin pickerel. You're gonna bass fish. Screw the mission. You gotta go rock fishing in the bay, but you don't have a boat. Oh man, I'd be in the same boat about not having a boat. I also do not have a boat, so I mean I wouldn't be able to. I have a kayak, but I can't get it anywhere. My one car that I used to use to get my kayak around, I don't have anymore. And my current car is as tall as me. So then like the kayak is like 2 feet above me and it's a heavy freaking thing. So honestly haven't taken my kayak out for a long time. but it was nice when I had it. Lorenzius, how's it going? Come on, redfin pickerel. Do some redfin pickerel stuff. Oh, they're just being a pain right now. Let's switch back to the gold spoon. I want to say we caught the 2 that we did catch on the gold spoon. Let's try that. What's the easiest way to save money while still progressing? Do you know? Just kind of watching the beginner series videos and only buying what I say to buy, honestly. Like, I specifically did those videos with a specific rod and I messed that up. Accidentally right-click. Specific rod, reel, lures, bait, whatever it may be in mind. And I like did the math on the whole thing before I went to every location. So hopefully you can like figure it out. What lure would I recommend for bass? You know, I caught all the unique Neherrin smallmouth on worms. Like synthetic worms. On like a Carolina rig or something like that. But yeah. Is Maryland the only place who calls striped bass rockfish? Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I will say that is one thing I've learned working with so many different state wildlife departments is that they call things different names in every state. It's ridiculous. For the most part, I will say, for the most part, they say the same names. But specifically with like southern states, they refer to a lot of the sunfish species as like brim. Brim. They can't pronounce the EA sound evidently, so they just call them brim. That's one. What other? I mean, there's so many places. It's honestly the darn thing is that the majority of people confuse panfish. That's like all it is. Any fish that's small enough to fit in a pan, they have different names for. There's very few locations where they call pike and walleye different names. They might call walleye a pike perch in some areas. Otherwise, for the most part, all states call most fish the same names. other than anything that's small enough to fit in a pan. Then all just sense just goes out the window. Damn, I have to use a casting spoon. It specifically said so. Now, if you think I can use a medium spoon and it'll still work for the mission, because you know, based off of experience, then let me know. But yeah, I mean, really, bluegill is brim, right? I mean, bluegill, sunfish, pumpkin seed, goggle eye, you know, anything that's small enough, honestly, they'll call it brim. Crappie, they probably don't call it brim, but yeah, anything like that, rockfish, warmouth, anything like that's a brim. They don't care, whatever. But yeah, ideally you should probably know what fish you're catching. All right, we're just gonna throw money at this location until we catch this redfin pickerel. You're super disappointed that it's not crossplay? Aw. I will say, just because you're all here, we got 95 people here, and I'm gonna tell you guys something super special. This is a public service announcement from me to you. Special deal here, okay? What I've got for you is the future of gaming. I mean this in all, like, I don't mean to brag, but I'm a fairly smart guy. And as time goes on in the future, you have to think about, there's PlayStation, there's Xbox, there's PC. What is going to happen as far as Xbox going to continue on its way? Is PlayStation going to continue on its way and PC is just going to go on its way? I truly don't believe that's going to happen. I think PlayStation and Xbox have kind of met their end. They've gone away from CDs, they're on to digital stuff now. And who has been doing digital for the longest time? PC. PC is so wildly ahead of Xbox and PlayStation that Xbox and PlayStation are going to try and continue putting out consoles, but it's eventually going to die out. Like, they are just going to stop making money, and it's specifically because of this thing. And I got this specifically just to show you guys how cool this thing is. This is a Steam Deck, if you've ever heard of it. It is by Steam on PC. It allows you to play PC games on this little deck here. I turn it on so I can show you guys what I mean. So this is like a Nintendo Switch, and it's on a little deck, and it has PC games. So I can literally play this Fishing Planet game that I'm playing right now. Oh shoot. This isn't as cool as I thought it was going to be, because I didn't have the right thing on. So this Fishing Planet game that I have on right now, I could literally pull up on the Steam Deck, and I can mirror it. Like, I could literally play this game right now on this Stream Deck, just mirroring it. Just mirroring the screen, I can continue playing. We could continue doing the whole live stream with me playing on this deck versus the computer. And I can also just play it on this screen, on the Stream Deck. Like, Xbox and PlayStation, unless they decide to come out with something very similar to this, you can literally plug this into a dock onto your TV and play with a controller. So games like Russian Fishing 4, where you can only play on PC, and you go, oh, I wish I could play Russian Fishing 4, but I don't have a PC. I have an Xbox, I have a PlayStation. That won't matter in a few years, because you're going to get a Steam Deck, and Russian Fishing 4 is going to put out an update that allows you to play Russian Fishing 4 with a controller, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to play with a controller on your TV through your Steam Deck. Like, Xbox and PlayStation is going to take a nosedive in shares because the Steam Deck is literally going to be the console killer. It's going to replace all Xbox and PlayStation consoles. I'm just telling you. Like, and so every time you hear about crossplay in the future, I wish Xbox players could play with PlayStation players. I wish PlayStation players could play with computer players. Just realize, like, that's not gonna be a thing in 5 years. Like, this is a console. This is a PC. You will all be playing on a Steam Deck or something similar. You can say it's a bold claim, but it honestly is gonna be true. The only people playing on Xbox and PlayStation will be the people that don't adopt the concept. This is a computer. It is a console on a little deck. You can take it while you travel. You can take it in the car on trips. It plays PC games. Why buy the next generation Xbox and PlayStation when you can play computer games on this little deck? And if you want to play on a controller on your couch, you just plug it into your TV. Like, it's so much better than a console just like this. It's ridiculous. And the next version of it's coming out this next year, and it's gonna be just as good as this current gen Xbox or PlayStation. It's crazy. So just letting you in on like the knowledge of like what the future is. But if you're like currently on an Xbox or PlayStation and you're wanting to play Russian Fishing 4 and you're like, oh, I'm just waiting for Russian Fishing 4 to come out on Xbox or PlayStation, it will never come out on Xbox and PlayStation because it's going to continue coming out on Steam, and they're just waiting for Steam Deck to kill Xbox and PlayStation. Like, I know this. I talked to the developers. Like, they are banking on this concept. So just stay with it. No, that's the darn thing, is Xbox and PlayStation fanboys, like, they can be fanboys all they want until the Steam Deck is a console on its own. And all it takes is one person to get one, and then everyone's like, oh, well, Tony's got a Steam Deck, so instead of getting the next Xbox, I decided to get a Steam Deck for Christmas. It's gonna take over like a plague. I'm just kidding. Be a laggard if you want to, but I'm just trying to get you guys on the bandwagon. You can get on the wagon late, or you can get on it early, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Like I said, next generation of this Steam Deck's coming out in 2026, so feel free to wait. I don't care. I got one this last month because I wanted to try out and see if it was really, like, if the hype was what it was. You know, can I actually play my PC game on this thing? Can I plug it into my TV and play with a controller from the couch? The answer is yes. I will tell you, it'll take 5 years. It'll take 5 years, you know, by 2030, you know, I think there will be a significant drop in the amount of Xboxes and PlayStations, and there's going to be a rise in deck usage. It's crazy. Because why wouldn't you? Why would you use the same thing that you can't take portably, gives you the same quality of gameplay, and allows you to play PC games that are usually on sale? You can buy a game that will stay $60 at Walmart for half a year that will become $29.99 within the first 2 months of it being out. That's just what PC games do. They go on sale all the time. In 2030, you'll be 29. Oh, man. Well, I'll be, what would I be? I'll be 36, so you know, you'll still be young. You'll still be much younger than me. Ooh. Oh man, we had something come up to him. I once heard of a man who moved to the Great White North and lost his mustache game. You must not be talking about me, because I've still got mean mustache game. I love how we just keep casting in the same spot. definition of insanity. I might be going off about... I've been talking about the Steam Deck now more than I've been fishing for redfin pickerel. We've got to really up our redfin pickerel game. Come on, guys. Start chanting or something. If you've got anything to sacrifice, sacrifice it. And by that I mean if you have any sort of food around you, go ahead and eat it. Sacrifice it to the redfin pickerel gods. Because we need some help, I think. Outside of Steam on the Steam Deck, is in the Steam Deck also PC in that sense? Yes. You can use an emulator on there. You can play Game Boy games. You can play a lot of Nintendo games. Look it up on YouTube. Don't just trust me. Look up Steam Deck, emulator, Nintendo, whatever game, or Game Boy games or whatever. Like, anything that you can emulate onto a computer. Old PlayStation games, old Xbox games, you know, what have you, old GameCube games. You can play on the Steam Deck. It is honestly an amazing piece of hardware, and it's like, it's just crazy that, like, the fact that I grew up by like talking my parents into buying me an Xbox 360 and stuff like that. Xbox 360, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, like all this sort of stuff, and like, this freaking Steam Deck has way more power than that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah, your big thing, you have fishing on PC and PlayStation, but you love to use the same account. Well, see, that's the thing. What do you love about it being on PlayStation? Do you love just being able to sit back in your couch and play with a controller? Or do you love the people that you love playing on a PlayStation? Or what is it about the PlayStation? Because if you had a Steam Deck, you'd be able to sit on your couch and play with a controller. However, it would be your PC game. So if you had an account on PC, then you'd just be playing on that account, but with a controller from the couch on a TV. Like, it's... like, everything that people are like, oh, I love PC gaming, but sometimes I just wish I could sit on the couch and just relax. The Steam Deck solves that problem. You can either just sit there with your deck and just play it like an old Game Boy, or you can actually plug it into your TV and play with a controller. I mean, it's amazing. I freaking love the thing. I love the concept of it, and I'm so looking forward to it improving over time and eventually seeing it just kill Xbox and PlayStation. Technology getting more technological. Whoa, I know. Next thing you know, we're gonna have bite alarms that like just make noises based off of what you like upload or choose or whatever. You can choose something from a TV show and it will just make that noise or whatever. Like, but that's probably way off in the future. They probably won't have those sort of things these days. Should you get a Steam Deck if you already have a PC? Only if those things that I've been talking about sound good to you. Have you ever wanted to play the game from a controller point of view? Are you looking forward to playing Russian Fishing 4? Because if you're looking forward to playing Russian Fishing 4, like, they currently don't have controller support, so there's no rush to get one at the moment. I have talked to Joe even this past month saying, hey, if you add controller support to Russian Fishing 4, I will make a video about it. We will blow this thing up. Because people will be excited to be able to play Russian Fishing 4 on a console. Console with quotations, because it's still PC. You'll just be able to play Russian Fishing 4 finally from your TV and sitting on the couch. It's just, it's amazing. I think it's super cool. You have a higher level. You have a rod that goes straight slow. It is amazing. Yeah, that's true. I guess that really is the reel. My reel's too quick, huh? So we just had a fish go after it there. My reel's too quick. My retrieve on my reel. Maybe we need to, we're just gonna keep switching days until we can figure this out. We're gonna spend Baitcoin after Baitcoin getting to the right day. And when we finally catch this thing, then you'll all be able to go, oh, that's right, okay, so cloudy day. That's where to go. High quality guides for fishing. I've got a quick question because I can't find an answer online anywhere. Ooh, fish on, fish on. Give me a second here. Give me a second here, Casper. Hopefully, oh, it's a freaking bass. Freaking bass. We're trying to catch pickerel here. Don't you hate it when you're out there trying to catch pickerel and you catch a bass instead? Ooh. Yuck, bass fishing. Gross. Come on, pickerel. All right, so Casper says, what's the difference between carp rods, feeder rods, and bottom rods? I'm a bit confused why I can't use a method feeder on anything other than a carp rod. Oh my God, Casper, your question was just what we needed to catch a redfin pickerel, and a trophy you won at that. I mean, look at this sucker. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we caught it, and it took going to a cloudy day. I'm not sure if that's exactly what we needed to do to catch this sucker, but that's what we needed to get the Pike Hunt 1 casting spoon. Trophy frog popper, 5/8, 3/0 hook. This is evidently the lure that is a bass slayer in the Everglades. Really good lure to use for bass. So that's what people have been telling me anyway. Sometime we're gonna have to try it. But yes, and we got trophy braid as well, 30 pound, fantastic. With that out of the way, no thank you, Fishing Planet. Search and grind all day. Oh man. All right, we're leaving Neherrin. We're on to the next mission here. Let me read Casper here. You're level 44. Is there anything else to do besides farming sturgeon? Yeah, you're kind of stuck in the sturgeon grind, aren't you? So yeah, just kind of sturgeon. You can go back and do pike too. I know some people literally will just fish pike because they're so sick of fishing for sturgeon. Little less XP, little less money than sturgeon, but if you're so sick of fishing for sturgeon, sometimes going back to fishing for pike's not a bad thing. Difference between carp, feeder, and bottom rods. Feeder rods are similar to telescopic rods. Is that the right thing? So let me put it this way, very simple terms. This is not technological at all. I'm not Wikipedia, okay? I'm just saying this is an easy way to break it down. In Fishing Planet, there are telescopic rods and there are match rods. Telescopic rods are your basic bobber fishing rods. I'm not going to break it up anymore. There's obviously, you can talk about the rods all day long. As far as the game mechanics go, telescopic rods are meant to be beginner float rods. You use bobbers with them. They go to 2 to 11 pounds. They are not meant for fish much bigger than that. From here, from telescopic rods, you go to match rods, and match rods get much heavier than telescopic rods. You know, they start out, if we go past these, you can go to 7.5 pounds and then they'll go all the way to 88 pounds. Match rods are like after your beginner stages of telescopic rods, you get into match rods, and then that's what you're going to be using for the rest of the game, essentially. They are your end game, mid game to end game, whatever you want to say. Float rods. You're going to be using bobbers, baits. You're going to be using match rods till the end of the game. As far as rods go, feeder rods are the same as telescopic rods. They are your beginner bottom rods. That you're going to be using these from level 3 all the way to level 27, maximum of 19.5 pounds. And these are going to be what you use in the very beginning. Now, in real life, you can say whatever you want. Oh, use this for coarse fishing. Oh, you use the telescopic rods for freaking, I don't know, shiners and what, or whatever they're. Oh God, I'm blanking on what they're called now. What are they called? This is gonna kill me. What is that freaking thing called? Uneval fishery. Roach. God dang, I could not think of that. We're catching small fish like roach and stuff like that. Telescopic rods. But yeah, so feeder rods are essentially just beginner bottom rods. Once you get to a high enough level, say level 30 or 34, you're going to upgrade from a feeder rod to a bottom rod. And this is kind of your mid-game on. You're going to be using bottom rods all the way to level 76 with the McConsey at 86 pounds. That is the easiest way to describe the difference between feeder rods and bottom rods. This is just, as far as the game is concerned, feeder rods are beginning bottom rods, and then once you turn level 34 or so, then you go from feeder rods to bottom rods, and you just keep fishing on the bottom with bottom rods. So that's the difference between feeder and bottom rods. Now, if you're going from a bottom rod to a carp rod, really the only difference is here is that you can use carp fishing equipment. And that if you go, let's see, you go to lures, or is it baits? Maybe a terminal tackle. You'll be able to use carp hooks for one thing. You'll also be able to use, where are you? You'll be use carp leaders, and you might only be able to use things like method feeders and stuff like that. You might only be able to use for carp rods, though I'm not entirely sure. Based off of what you said, that might be the case. You might only be able to use these on carp rods. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that the carp fishing rods are specifically for carp. They allow you to use specific carp fishing things. PVA bags too, James just said. But yeah, I mean, there's just specific carp fishing stuff that you can only use with the carp rods that you cannot use with the bottom rods. Yeah. You can still get along just fine using bottom rods for carp fishing, just using a spot rod. You can get a spot rod instead and spot out bait instead of using PVA bags or a method lead. And then you can use bottom rods with corn or peas. How many times have I played Fishing Planet? I haven't even gone all the way through once, because the game keeps growing every time I get close to beating it. But yeah, it's fun. And carp are just overpriced bottom rods. You know, the darn thing is that because bottom rods have surpassed carp rods as far as strength goes, like, that is kind of the case. If they continued and made a level 50, I don't know, level 58 or level 62 carp rod or something like that, that was like, I don't know, 68 pounds or something, like something super strong that did like what bottom rods do, I think people would still use carp rods. It would be fun to add a bunch of like end game carp fishing stuff, because I do believe people enjoy fishing at Weeping Willows, even at max level. Like, it's just a fun place to fish, especially if you're trying to catch the 100-pound fish, and it would be fun to have end game stuff. And that's one thing I've brought up to Andrew as well, is that I think it's fun. I think it would be fun to add end game things that are beyond the end game map. Like right now, Kaiji no Ri is the end game map. And if you're the highest level, like, all you have to do is fish on that location and fish anywhere else, as well as the missions. Well, if you don't want to do that, there should be other things you can go do. And I had brought up that muskie fishing could be a fun thing. What if they added level 88 lures or something like that for fishing for giant muskie at St. Croix? And the only way you could catch those giant muskie is if you had the level 88 lures or something like that. You could go out and catch them. I think it would be fun to add in some endgame stuff like that that would allow you to go back to some of those previous maps in the game and go after a 200, 300 pound alligator gar or something like that with a level 86 bait and hook or something like that. I don't know. I just think there's a lot that they could do with Fishing Planet as far as the end game goes. That would be more than just fishing at one ocean location. Stuff like that. Random daily missions to do. Yeah, you get just stuff like that too. Anywho. So hopefully I've described feeder bottom rods and carp rods well enough anyway. They shouldn't help anything as far as catching uniques, other than that, you know, carp hooks and carp leaders might have a slight advantage over normal stuff or attracting a large fish, but it's fairly easy to catch a unique carp on both of them anyway. Alright, so as far as our mastered missions go, we can go to Pike Hunt, Shad Jig Bait, and go for this thing, the Trophy Single Spoon 4-aught. Or we can do the Black Crappie Let's do this one. We got to catch a 1 pound black crappie at Emerald and a 1 pound black crappie at Rocky with a jig head #1 with a tube of jig bait. All right, so let's throw on. Let's find a jig head #1. We gotta throw a jig head #1 on here. Where are you, jig head #1? Start off with that. Here we go. 1/4 ounce. Is that gonna do it? Is it? So we got our #1 on there, and now we need to find the perfect jig bait for a. So we're doing Emerald Lake, and then we got to go for the black crappie. So let's try tubes or grubs, it says. So we got tubes or grubs. You try grub. Here we go. One of these grubs ought to do. What's a tube? I'm trying to think of what a tube looks like. What are you, tube? Lures. Soft baits. Oh. Tube. Oh, one of these things. Okay, cute. Yeah. I love using these in real life, actually. I have caught more frogs on these things than anything else. If you see a bullfrog in real life and you want to catch it, throw a hook with a tube on it towards that bullfrog. He will destroy it. I have caught so many bullfrogs on tube. It's crazy. It doesn't hurt them that bad, and you get to play with a bullfrog for a little bit and let it go. It's fine. You ever stabbed yourself in the gum with something and you bleed a little bit and then you're fine? That's what happens with those bullfrogs. Don't worry, they're fine. I'm the adult talking kids into doing something bad. Let's go ahead. Let's try. Yeah, so we got that. Let's throw a tube on just for a heck of it. Where are you? All right, now let's go to. Oh, we're gonna go to Emerald Lake too. All right. Well, let's try to catch. We'll try to catch it at Rocky Lake first, and then we'll go. Has to be a tube. Oh, really? Okay. I thought it was a tube or something else, but trophy specimen, catch a trophy black coffee, 3 waterways using tubes, jig bait. Okay, so it specifically has to be a tube. Okay, I didn't read that. I'm glad you said something. Otherwise, I would have thrown on whatever I wanted. All right, so 48, but you burn through your rod and reels pretty quickly with 100 pounders. I'm honestly still San Joaquin at level 55. Ooh. Ooh. The Russian salmon, the Taman. All right, black crappie, what's up? What's up, guys? We got Big Daddy Fishing. We got Real Deal Maverick. We got David of 2000, and we got Dekifu. Dekifu. I'm thinking we can either take it to the bottom. In real life, what I would do is I would let it go to the bottom, and then I'd pop it up from the bottom. A little lift and drop. Lift and drop, I suppose. But maybe here we'll just do a twitch. I know, search function in the game, seriously. Yes, sir. I agree. It sort of goes like alphabetical, but it's by like topics or like you know, like if I'm going through my rods, like they bunch up all the match rods and all the feeder rods and all the everything, so I have to go through each and every single rod alphabetically to get to where I'm going, but it works. You're gonna fist fight your Wi-Fi. Don't fist fight your Wi-Fi, cat. It isn't gonna be pretty. You have like 4 bottom rods going at the same time? What are we talking about? I mean, you certainly could if you had the money for it. But I think 3's fine. Oh, here we go. Be something good. Be something good. Are you serious? On the first try, baby! That's right. That's right. Who's a freaking champ? You know, that deserves a unicorn. On the first try. Woo. Woo. I can't, it's not showing us a good picture. Come on. So they redid the model on the I thought the last model of the Crappie honestly looked okay, but they made a new model and it looks nice. Very dark, it's very black, which matches the name nice. Very good, very good. All right, we became the aquatic biologists at Rocky Lake. That's right, they fired the last guy to make room for us. This person's really staring us down over there. What's up, bro? Kind of giving me the willies right now. Let's say hi to everyone. Keep it up. You're doing great. Woo! All right. Whoop whoop. Do you think that fishing plant will add a canal's location to go fishing? I don't know. I really don't. I wouldn't think so. I feel like that, like, if anything, that would be like a Fishing Planet 2 sort of thing. Like, they would have to, like, it seems like a beginning location that they wouldn't add into the game at this point. But if they ever made a second version of this game with like better graphics or something like that, I could see them taking in like comments saying, you know, there should be a canal version of it or something like that. Family friendly. Got him. Got him. All right, so we're headed to Emerald Lake now. Let's get him. Let's get him. You caught a unicorn Nile perch 365. Wow, 365 days. A pound for every day. A pound for every day of the year. You're on the West Coast, and why do people call striped bass rockfish? Because they don't look like rockfish. That's true. They don't. They probably don't. I don't know. People have a way of just calling fish random names sometimes. Kind of annoying. All right. I don't even remember what we caught him on. Was it a stop and go? Was it a Twitch? I don't remember. How long are we going to be streaming? We're going to be streaming for another 50 minutes almost. Till 9:30 p.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time. So we got another 50 minutes or so. Earliest level I can head to the Congo, the Twitch drops giving a free pass, but you're level 15. Really? Okay. What you doing? My wife's sneaking around. As long as you get the drop and have enough money to travel to the place you can go. You live on the best bass fishing lake on the West Coast, really? I've heard there's some pretty good bass fishing in California. We used to have a guy that showed up all the time that was big into bass fishing in California. He used to like, I think he had a buddy that like made custom lures for him. And they were massive. They were like 12-inch long lures. Like a full-size fish that they would fish for bass. And he caught big, like 7-8 pound bass, like frequently. So it's, yeah, I believe it. Clear Lake, California. Okay, there you go. Under the tree, just right of the okay, well, maybe we'll head there then. I thought I would try fishing along these lily pads first, but plus pro angler over here. I just saw him and I thought, oh, he disappeared. He's a ghost. And we got fishing with cheese. This guy's fishing with cheese, and we have a pro angler. I don't know what I'm doing now. Rival Dovpe. Jaywalk 1861. A magic man in real life. How do you catch a red snapper in real life? Bro, I'm from Kansas. I don't know. Red snapper, huh? I feel like a guy I was fishing with one time caught a red snapper over a reef one time. We were just fishing with although I don't know if he was using the same thing as us though. We were just using shrimp and cub bait. He could have been using something different. I'm not sure. Are you gonna play GTA 6? You know, here's the thing. I have never played a Grand Theft Auto game. Never have in my entire life. What'd you say? I'm a nerd for never playing a Grand Theft Auto game? My wife's got things to say, evidently. But yeah, never played it. So I probably won't. No. Well, are you gonna be playing it? Are you gonna be playing when it comes out? What do I think is better for XP, Congo or Kaiji? You know, I have heard from people that Congo is better than Kaiji. And I tend to believe them. I could definitely see how the Congo's a fairly large map. I mean, it was a fairly large map until Kaiji no Ri came out. So I could definitely see where, like, compared to Kaiji no Ri, you definitely do not have to travel as much. So I could see you making a lot more XP and money from the Congo, just from not having to travel that much. Being able to focus on fishing. But who knows? Fishing with cheese over there catching pickerel. Of course, I'm going for crappie, so I don't know what I'm saying. We have a message, Allison. Yeah, I have a message for you. She says she doesn't want a message. I'll have to remind her, Kat. Oh, be sure to smash the like button. Educational and entertaining. I was about to throw down a 100 viewer countdown timer just for funsies. The 100 viewer count. We've been at 100 viewers for I don't know how long now. At least 30 minutes now. So you would think we could easily get to 100 likes. Let's go try to catch this crappie. I'm gonna go way out to this little spot over here. Oh, you got yours from the boat dock going to the lily pads on the left, huh? Well, that's where I was fishing. Well, sort of, anyway. Here, let's try. We'll cast this way. I know these are not the lily pads to the left, but let's just do this. Eno can paddle. Yeah, he can. Eno knows how to paddle. He can paddle. He can paddle this thing for fun, for craziness. Did we get snagged? We got snagged. Get out of here, water lily. Tackle modifier. So usually it means that your rod, reel, or line is too strong for the fish. So if you're catching fish and your tackle modifier is giving you red arrows and you're actually losing XP or money or whatever it may be, usually it's XP, I think. Usually it's just a sign that the gear you're using is too strong for the fish you're targeting. Now, saying that, you should technically still be making the same amount of money no matter what. I do believe tackle modifiers do not change how much money you get. They only change how much XP you get. That might be a wild claim, but I'm pretty sure that's true. So you could technically catch $9,000 worth of pike, and you could catch it on the strongest rods in the game, or you could catch it with rods that are, you know, fair for their size. It's going to give you the same amount of money either way. But the XP you get for those fish is going to change based off of what rods you use. What's up, Callie? How's it going? Used cut squid. Cut squid. Fourth of July is going to be coming up. There's going to be a George Washington statue just over there by that dock. Come on, Crappie. Rude. Central Texas fishing. Okay, I already read your thing. Just didn't read your name. I'm sorry. Oh, come on, Crappie. I'm losing faith in this kayak real quick. We might have to just head right back to the dock. Honestly, this whole day just kind of steams a little stinky right now. Not catching much of anything. That's it. I'm headed back to the dock. I was gonna stay with this for a little bit and keep trying, but I don't like this day, and I don't like this freaking spot that we're in right now. Let's try this day. All right. So you're thinking these lily pads right here. You went 10 days and still haven't caught the pike slasher? It sounds like the pike slasher. The pike slasher can be a bit of a pain. Alright, we did a stop and go retrieve there. Let's do a twitch retrieve. There we go. What we got? It is a black crappie. Okay, half pound, okay. We're only gonna go up from there. We can hope. Fingers crossed. Don't stand on the dock! Alan Scott. Throwing it down. Standing on the dock. Oh, we just had a fish go by. You see that? It's the biggest mistake you could make. Only noobs stand on the dock. Stand right before. See, I almost did that and I didn't even read your thing. The Sailor Collection DLC. So, can I still fish at the ocean location when my free 7 days premium account expires? If you're not a high enough level to stay there after it expires, then you can't stay there. You have to, it will, like, there is a level that you need to be to fish there. Now, if you are that level, then yeah, you can continue fishing there afterward. But if you're only level 57 and you need to be level 84 or whatever, then after your 7 days is up, you can't continue fishing there. It's only for a specific amount of time. We caught that one fish. Focusing right now. Everyone watch out. I'm focused. Dang, man. Since the redfin pickerel. Well, we caught the redfin pickerel. Now we're going for a black crappie. Probably should have bought more colors for this tube. We bought one color and that was it. That's probably our biggest thing right now. We're probably not catching them because we don't have any more colors. You want to fish in the ocean so bad. Well, I'll tell you this. The ocean is not going anywhere. There's no rush. When you finally get to a high enough level from playing free to play, it will still be there. Then you can play. There's no rush to go to the ocean. It's probably not even the best place in the game to level up. So there's, I mean, other than that there's saltwater fish there, there's really not much going for it. This lure is getting hard. Getting hard to keep towards the bottom. $30 more levels, the grind. I know. I understand. Been there, man. Remember by the size, weight of the fish. So it's usually, yes, I guess it is. But I should also say that it's also determined by the oh, what do you want to call it? The tier of the fish. So if it's like oh golly. Let me reel this in real quick and I'll show you. Because this is a fairly important concept of the game. So, as far as fish are concerned, and how much money you get paid for the fish, you will get paid per pound, you know, or per ounce or whatever it may be, and get a certain amount of XP for that weight and length or whatever. However, it will change based off of common, trophy, unique. If it's below common, I can't recall what that's called. I don't see any others like that. But anyway, like this sauger here, common. You know, just to sell you the concept. Per pound of sauger at common, you may get paid $75 per pound as a common. Once young, thank you, Damien. So at young, you may get paid $50 a pound for young. As it goes to common, you'll now get paid $100 a pound for a common. This doesn't seem like much, but as you start getting into trophies like a pike, where a 14-pound pike is the same as a 26-pound pike, like they're still trophies, like that difference in the amount you get paid per pound basically makes a difference. Because a common sauger that you get paid $1 per pound or whatever, and then a trophy where you get paid $1.50 per pound versus a unique where you get paid $2 a pound. This is all made up amounts. I'm just trying to sell it to you. Like that's gonna make a difference. A 16-pound pike, a 14-pound pike, we'll say, at $1 a pound, that is a common. You know, then you got $14. But if it goes to 15 and you get $1.50 a pound, well, instead of $15, you just got $30. It makes a huge difference that you get paid a certain amount per pound based off of it's a common, trophy, or unique. Like it's actually pretty huge. And so that's what I always tell people when they go to the Everglades. and they catch a lot of bass at the Everglades, but they say they can't make a lot of money, or they can't make a lot of XP. Like, usually the issue is that they're not catching enough trophies and uniques. You're catching a ton of bass, but they're not trophies and uniques, because trophies and uniques specifically pay so much more money than the smaller fish. Is just, you have to catch those. You have to catch the bigger fish. It's the same thing with Russian Fishing 4, honestly. You get to a certain point in the game where the only way to move forward is by catching those giant fish. And if you don't catch the giant fish, then you're just wasting your time. You're going to feel like you're grinding against a grindstone because you're not doing anything. Because you're not catching the giant fish. It took you 5 years to get to level 90? Yeah, I totally understand. It took me 5 years to get to wherever I'm at. Well, we started in, what, 2021? So it's been 4 years, but we've been doing a lot of crap on the side, though, I will say. Another crappie. Hey, we got 2 other challenges completed. He is a half pound exactly. We got Crappie Master number 3. And we got Crappie Annihilator. And I want everyone to refer to me as that from now on. I'm no longer Bo Angles, I am the Crappie Annihilator. That's right. Today is a moment in history. No one shall refer to me as Bo Angles forevermore. I am the Crappie Annihilator. That's right. Until I become Crappie Annihilator number 2. And then everyone will call me Crappie Annihilator number 2. Target trophy and uniques. Yeah, using larger hooks. Larger hooks will result in fewer hookups with smaller fish and give you a higher percentage of catching larger fish. However, it's like a weird trying to thing describing it. Like, say you're using a 1/0 hook. With a 1/0 hook, you have a 50% chance of catching a common fish. You have a 40% chance of catching a trophy fish, and you have a 10% chance of catching a unique fish. Altogether, 100%. When you go from a number 1/0 hook to a number 3/0 hook, that like chance of catching those common fish will shrink to like 20%. And then the trophy and the unique will stay the same, essentially. Like, just to, like, sell this concept to you. So, you'll get less hookups with small fish, but the hookups you do get will be with trophy and unique fish. And then if you go to, like, a 4/0 or a 5/0 hook, well, then you may shrink down to only getting like 40% of the original bites you got at 1/0, you know? You may only be getting 30% of trophy hookups and 10% of the uniques. But that means that every time you catch a fish, the majority of those bites will be a trophy or unique. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to attract more trophies or uniques. It just means that you're going to keep those smaller fish away from your hook, I guess. So I'm not sure if that's how people have been looking at hooks and how they work in Fishing Planet, but that's more like how they work. It's not necessarily that you're attracting larger fish, it's that you're detracting you're keeping smaller fish away from your hook. You still may have the same chance of catching a larger fish, you just won't have the chance of catching smaller fish. And that's why I like fishing for pike at St. Croix. People will always say, like, I always recommend a 7/0 hook for fishing for pike at St. Croix, and they always go, well, I feel like I catch less fish when I do that. Well, it's true, you probably will catch less fish, but you'll catch more trophies and uniques by using a 7/0 hook. You'll just catch less smaller fish. Where's a good place to fish a level 16? You know, you're probably in that kind of Emerald Lake space. I would probably say Emerald Lake is a place to be. Just don't do what I'm doing now. Don't try and fish for black crappie. only. Fish for something else, specifically walleye. If you're at Emerald Lake. Ooh, oh, here we go. Come on, baby. 0.705 trophy black crappie. Oh. Doing stop and goes. Should you re-download Fishing Planet? You should live your crazy life, man. If you want to re-download Fishing Planet, you just do it. Do offset hooks make it easier to catch fish? You know, that's a good question. I don't think I know that. I don't think I can answer that question. Spicy toast. Maybe. Ivan, how's it going? You've made the game much more fun. Hey, right on, Kingfisher. Test your spot series cool. Find spots for Roonies. Don't. Didn't you buy 2 different colors for 2? Did I? I did not have that. You would have quit the game? Oh man. Well, that makes me feel good. It's so funny because the reason we made this playlist, the original Fishing Planet Beginner Series playlist, was because I honestly didn't think I would be able to make it through the game unless I made it into a video series. Because the first time we played Fishing Planet was during a live stream, and I actually kind of rage quit. Like the like tutorial like broke, and so like we couldn't make it past the tutorial, and I got so frustrated we just stopped playing. And so I came back to the game at some point, and thought it was okay, but thought it would be funny to video me getting frustrated with the game, so I just started videoing me playing the game. And that's how the beginner series started, was just me videotaping myself to see if I would get frustrated playing this game. And it blew up. It's crazy. Where should you fish at level 40? Probably between St. Croix and San Joaquin, eh? Man. I want to say, like, I wish I knew how we were catching crappie sometimes and how we weren't catching them other times, but... Oh. When you pick up a trolling rod at Kaiju Nori and the fish comes off when you try to hook it, if it's your fault or the game's programmed to do it, because it makes me so mad. That's a good question. I really don't know like what it is. I assume it's just kind of a wacky thing that happens with the game. Not entirely sure. Definitely has helped a lot. Well, good to hear, James. Certainly come with time, and I still don't know. Still don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Half the time I come in thinking I know what I'm doing, and then someone in the chat gives us something else to do, and that's how we catch it. And then other times someone in the chat gives us something to do, and we try it, and it doesn't work, and then someone else says something differently, and we try that. And then someone else says something different, and we try that, and then before we know it, 2 hours have gone by and the live stream's over. Yes! Oh, we did it! 1.303 trophy black crappie, boy. That's BOYEEE. Repeating, of course. Top notch. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got the trophy casting spoon, 3/4 ounce, 3/0 hook, baby. And we can do whatever we want with this thing. We can do whatever we want. We also got some trophy braid because they love to throw that in, evidently. No, I don't want to go after the frickin' Kaiji no Re monster. Got you. What next? Boom. All right. So what is next? That's a good question. No, it's Crappie Annihilator. Gah. Isn't it? I think it is. With worms on it or whatever, Crappie like. Yeah, I couldn't. I had to use just a jig head with a number one jig head. It was the only thing I could use. All right, so next up, we are moving to Pike Hunt Shad Jig Bait. Or should we do this one, Bass Jig? For the trophy bass jig, or go for this one, which is the trophy single spoon. Woo! So this one will have us going for, so we gotta equip the shad jig bait. I don't even know what a shad jig is. What the heck's a shad jig? Shad jig. Is it just a shad on a jig? Is that what they're trying to say? Because I don't think I know what a shad jig is. Shad jig. Yeah, okay. Just to make sure. Just to make sure there was some lure I didn't know about. Okay, so we need to catch a... You need to catch a 3.31 pound chain pickerel. That's a pretty good sized chain pickerel. It's a jig on a shad. It's a shad on a jig. Jig on a shad. What's up, Legendary Fishing? How's it going? Love this game. I love this game too. Messi or Ronaldo? Oh, that's a good question, Anna. Oh, Messi or Ronaldo. I like them both. Can I choose? Can I be, what's the term? Can I be Swiss on this whole decision? Can I just say that they're both great? Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, let me decide on a jig to use first. Let's try a 2/0 jig, I'm thinking. A 2/0 jig? Does that seem like a pretty good sized jig for a 3.3 pound? That's an offset hook. That's not a jig. That's not what we need. We need a jig. Where are you, jig? There we go. Okay, so a 1/2 ounce jig, and then we're gonna throw a shad on here. My brother Zacchaeus is in the house. You can watch Messi play KC. Play in KC nowadays. Times have changed. Times have changed. It's great. So we're gonna throw on a white shad. Let's do a white shad. And a silicone finger. Wouldn't it be amazing if the silicone finger was just like the perfect lure to use for everything? Everything likes the silicone finger. We're gonna stop there before that takes a weird turn. Let's go look at lure shad. Let's do, I'm gonna grab one of these guys. And I'm gonna grab... let's grab one of these guys. And then I'm gonna throw one of those guys. It's funny that the glow-in-the-dark shad is honestly pretty decent. Darn near everything. I know that we could get the St. Croix. Oh, we had to get a St. Croix muskie? Oh, now that will be interesting. Interesting indeed. Let's go to Quanchican Lake and struggle bus for the rest of the live stream trying to catch one of the chain pickerel. Let's give it a go. You're just stopping. Glad to say thank you for the videos and tips in the comments. It's helped me a lot. Allowed me to progress past Emerald. Oh, Ace Aurora. Glad to see it. That's awesome. I remember when Blue Crab Island was added, and it was insane to me that it was possible to get to level 54. I understand that. When I first got into Fishing Planet, Blue Crab was the top. I believe that was. I believe that we can win. I believe that that is the way it was. We'll do a friends only room, so anyone can join. Unless no one joins, then I'll join a random room so I don't feel lonely, like no one likes me. Because that's what I do. Let's do this. And then, honestly, the only thing I can really think about is to just kind of cast along the edges of these. Just see what happens. Took you so long. Took me so long. I was so lonely. But I finally made it to Blue Crab. And now that I'm at Blue Crab, I am so lonely. I am lonely once again. Fantastic. We caught the chain pickerel and we're done. No, we're not done. Okay. Where else should we cast? Should you use the trophy? I know, right? You started this. I can't believe you did this to us. Will the Maldives be 90? I don't know. Maybe. It certainly could be. It's not because it's boring, you're just tired. Sure, just trying to make me feel better. I'm boring, I get it. I like to think that I'm honestly just such a soothing person to listen to that I send people to sleep in like a happy state. Like, oh, how do you like to go to bed? Oh, I watch Bo Engel's live stream on Wednesday. I tell you, best night's sleep I get out of the week. That guy, through all of his talking, he talks in the most relaxing voice I could ever ask for. He never raises his voice. He talks in the same decibel the whole time, almost monotone. And nothing could shake me. I would never be shaken awake. Equivalent to reading the audit. That's exactly right. Or listening to your teacher talk about counting. Like, it's amazing. I could listen to him. I could listen to him for at least 15 minutes before I doze off. And it's just, it's live streaming, ASMR. And I'm out. And I'm out. For good. Alright, so this glow in the dark one is not working. I don't know if it's not working or if it's just nothing's working. Let's try something different. The VODs. That's why I made the bedtime fishing with Bo, so that people could just fall asleep to me fishing. Something's following it. Something's following it. Something's following it. Oh, did it? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got him. We got him. We're hooked up. Boy, oh boy, if it could actually be... Oh my god, I think it is. I think it is. Please be it. Oh, 2.127 pound chain pickerel. Oh, I'm so glad we actually caught one though, because I was really worried we were just royally screwing up. Too funny. Oh, well, thank you, Angela. You know, you're making me blush. People ask me, do you put on rouge or a makeup or something to make your cheeks so rosy? And I usually say no. It's usually people's compliments. It's they make me blush a little bit, and next thing I know, you know, my cheeks are all rosy and whatnot. Oh, here we go. Dude, chain pickerels one after another now. Let's go. We're gonna have to go to a 3/0 hook because the 2/0 almost seeing too small. Where are ya? Jig heads. They have a 3/0. They do have a 3/0. Ugh. We may regret it, but let's try a 3/0. Oh, it's too heavy for this rod. It's too heavy by 1/8 ounce. You can put up with it. Stop freaking out, Jig Winner. Do I add viewers on Fishing Planet? As far as to the game, we're playing a friends only game right now. So if you, if you can join Quanchen Lake, I will say, you know, don't like put yourself in a financial bind to come to any location we're at, because like for instance, I will catch this Jane pickerel at Quanchen Lake and then I'll be gone. I will go to a new location. So don't, if you only have $40,000 to your name, don't spend 10,000 of it to come to Quanchen Lake, because we might be gone in 15 minutes. I need to make more bedtime fishing with Bo. Oh, okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. I never know if people actually enjoy them or not. I'm about to create a Discord page for live stream ideas. Oh, come on, baby. Grab that sucker. There we go. Be a 3.31 pounder. 2.119. All right, all right. Oh, did you? See, I've never caught a chain pickerel or like a pickerel at all, honestly. So that would be super cool. Catch my first pickerel. My first pickerel I would catch, I would go, oh my god, I've caught these in a video game. That's so cool. I feel like that would be my first reaction. Need to get Zach to play Uno. Is that the violence we're looking for? We need some violence up in here. Our music ran out. Oh, man. Everyone, wait a second. I'll beatbox until the music's back on. Alright, music is back on. We're good. I saved it. You were about to leave because there was no music, but I got it. Nice to see you again. You as well, William. So, William, I have to say, eventually, are you going to go by Bill? I heard that's like a thing that Williams do. They eventually go by Bill. Come on, be a big one. No! 1 point. Oh, he looked so big, though. Oh. Have I fished up north in Canada? I have not fished up north in Canada. I fished in Alaska, which is north. Well, it's probably in line with Canada, but I've never fished in Canada. Someday I'll have to. How well does this fish compare to the... That's what I would say. I would look at it and go, yeah, you know, in real life, it's actually kind of pixelated compared to the one in the game. I have to say that in the game, it was a little well rendered, a little bit more well rendered than the one in real life. A little bit pixelated in real life. Remember that? Ooh, ooh, big fish, big fish. Look at him take out a line. That's what I'm talking about. Could this be the biggin, or have we hooked into something else? If this is a chain pickerel, dare I say this could be the one we've been looking for. Oh, this is a good sign. Oh, let's go. Ooh, let's go. That's it. 4.292 trophy chain pickerel. Top notch. GG, Damien says. Thank you, Damien. Hopscotch XX. Thank you. I know you're thinking the same thing over there with your silence. I'm moving on. We're moving on. You like Willie? That's got a nice ring to it. Instead of Bill, you go by Willie. I would go by Willie too. Especially if you got big in the gym, you know, you start lifting some weights and everyone starts calling you Big Willie. I mean, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind everyone calling me Big Willie. That's neat. I think it's neat. All the girls start calling you Big Willie. Oh my God. Did you see Big Willie the other day? I mean, that's like end game stuff right there. That's what I'm talking about. They already call you Lil Willie. That's what I'm talking about. See, you gotta be Big Willie. The whole time I was starting to think you were Houdini because I couldn't find you the whole time. I was hiding. I'm like a hide and go seek master. Let's see here. All right, we got we're going after Pike now, I believe, because I'm gonna skip this other thing, that Moai Moose. Or should we go after it? Let's go for it. We are going to throw on let's try, what, a 4-aught hook maybe? 4-aught jig head? Or a 5-aught? Let's do 4-aught. We'll do a 4-aught jig head with a shad. Do. Burr, 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 burr. Throw on that guy. Throw on that guy. And that guy, and that guy. Throw those all in the backpack just in case. I don't think we should need, because 20-pound line. I feel like 20-pound line should be enough. Let's go to blue. I'm just going to see how far. If we can't cast far enough, we might have to come back and get a different rod, but let's just give it a go. Well, at least I know where to catch pike here. You made it in the last 5 minutes. You're on time. You've been called old man, Willie. Well, there's still time. You can be called Big Willie. Now you see me, now you don't. Kind of want Bo to try his hand at Stardew Valley fishing. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I was hoping everyone would enjoy my Oblivion fishing I put out not too long ago. Last Saturday, I put out that Oblivion fishing episode. I thought that was kind of fun. Little out there, different game, but still a little bit of fishing, going after some fish anyway. But we can cast this fairly far. All right, Pike. Gimme. Yeah, thank you. I'll let it sink a little bit. Ooh, got knocked by there. Got knocked by something there. You go carp fishing in real life? Absolutely. Carp are my favorite fish to fish for in real life. Specifically just due to the area that I'm in. If I had alligator gar where I lived, I would probably fish for them more often. But and hilariously, if you like going fishing for alligator gar, you'll probably also go fishing for carp. Yeah, I don't have them near where I live, so I don't. Just go fishing for carp. You enjoyed Oblivion with a period. Well, that makes me feel like you didn't enjoy it that much. You're just saying it to be nice. The period's making me think that you're not being totally truthful. I played Toontown back in the day. Disney had another game. I can't remember what it was called. Disney specifically had a game online back in the day, like websites like Cartoon Network and Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. They had a bunch of Flash games based off of their shows that they had. I don't remember if anyone remembers this. I know my brother Zach does because we were on there all the time. But Disney specifically had a Flash game that like taught you like the ways of the internet. Like take the concept of like using caps lock in chatting means you're yelling, and then they like multiplied that by like everything on the internet. So they like it was meant for little kids to learn about, you know, being on the internet essentially. And I talk about that all the time because like especially if you grew up playing like World of Warcraft or RuneScape or something like that, like anytime anyone puts a period on the back end of whatever they're saying, that means they're being super serious and they're not joking. And so like anytime like someone sends me at like work, they'll send me a message and it'll have a period on the end. And I'm like, why are they being so damn serious right now? We're just joking. But they don't play games, so they don't understand what they just typed. Our first pike was a perch. Got a perch. Good size perch. Trophy yellow perch. I can't remember the last time I caught a perch in this game. That's hilarious. You love carp fishing. What's your biggest catch? You know, honestly, it's only 16 pounds, probably 16 and a half pounds. And I actually have the video where I caught it on this channel, I believe. But yeah, I loved carp fishing so much that I got busy working on other things, and I haven't devoted as much time to actually fishing for carp, but I have been doing other things for carp. And I'm eventually going to share it with everyone, but I can't at the moment. You'll just have to take my word for it. I love carp fishing more than the average person, so much so that I don't fish for carp. But someday I'll explain it more. Wizard 101 was the best, though. I got groomed by an adult man. Jeez. Hey, anyone who played RuneScape at a young age knows at some point they were tricked into going into the wildy and being killed because they were going to be shown a super cool thing out in the wild that only cool people know about, and the next thing you know, you got killed, and that person stole all of your stuff. I mean, if you needed a rule on a lesson on life, RuneScape was perfect for that, because some person out in the middle of nowhere decided to pick on some 9-year-old kid and teach them a life lesson on not trusting anyone. And making them paranoid for the rest of time. Just got home and turned it on. There you go. That's so horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm telling him. Pat, I don't want to force you into telling us anything that you don't want to tell us, but I am curious. I'm gonna give it 4 more casts and then we're gonna end this live stream, but I'm a little upset that I haven't caught a single pike yet. You're stuck in the pike grind, but the money is better now. Hey, top notch, Dustin. Glad to hear it. Think we should switch to a Twitch? You just got a pike. There you go. Do the sturgeon grind and play RuneScape on another device. That's the way to do it. Jay, where the frick are you? Is he over there? Where the heck is this Jay guy? There you are. What are you catching him on? You're in the same location as me. Why are you catching pike and I'm not? What did you ask? I said I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to force you to talk about anything you didn't want to talk about, but I am curious what happened in your example you are talking about. I guess we'll try this maybe. Maybe we should try black. I don't know. Try to get to the boat and go to the back corner where you were fishing already. Part behind the log. I caught mine there to complete the mission. Okay. See, that's good. I feel like that's too much time. I don't want to invest that much time for this live stream. Massive 40 to 50 pound. I believe the 40 pound. I've definitely seen pictures of 40 pound carp in the United States. 50 pounds. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of a 50 pound carp, and that may just be one Google search away. I have no doubt that there might be a 50 pound carp somewhere. The trouble in the United States is that there's obviously people that enjoy bow fishing and shooting carp. And so when you have a boat and it has a big light shining into the water and showing the silhouettes of any fish swimming by, a ginormous 50 pound carp or thereabouts, anything over 10 pounds, is going to show up super easy and become a ginormous target to be shot with a bow. So they just don't get to a super big size, unfortunately. The Michigan state record is 62.5 pounds. Is that a hook and line record? Maybe I'll catch a great white. There you go. All right. I don't have one of my boats because I only have my ocean boats out. So, unfortunately, I think we'll just do one more cast. One more cast, and then we'll call it good. Haven't caught a single fish. Thought this man was similar age, and he was not similar in age. Down the... Last I heard, the guy was going to jail. Jeez Louise. And now you've got that fantastic story to tell for the rest of your life. That's horrible. I do not know what KIK is. I'll have to Google it. Ah. Well, maybe that's a place I'll have to try there, Ravage. Lake O'Brien. I'll have to drive up there. You'll have to help me out finding a good spot to set up. All right, everybody. I think we'll call it a night. This was fun though. I enjoyed this. We have so many more challenges to do, and I'm always looking for something to make a live stream about, that this is honestly probably perfect to just go ahead and do all these, because look how much stuff we get from doing these things. We get so much stuff So much stuff. Look at that. I mean, I want a sparkly ball, don't you? Everyone wants a ball, a big sparkly ball. So anyway, yeah, we got some cool stuff that we can do in the future. I'm looking forward to it. Everyone wants a big old trophy plug. Everyone wishes they had a big old trophy plug and a trophy trolling octopus and some squids. So I think we could easily make a few different live streams going through all these mastery missions and either catching fish or not catching fish, you know, a little bit of both. But yeah, I think it should be fun. Anywho, take care, everyone. Thank you for chatting with me over the past 2 hours. I really appreciate it. Perk there, also musky. Wow, okay, right on. Well, I'll have to look it up then. But yes, so what was I talking about? I was gonna say something. I think I'm gonna be gone. Let me look up. Let me look it up. I'll let you guys know ahead of time, guys and gals, that I am going to be gone the 21st, which is a Wednesday. Wednesday the 21st, I'll be gone, so there won't be a live stream that day. But next week we'll have a live stream. The following week we will not. But I'll put out a post about it. But otherwise all set. Okay? So take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. And as always, it's Crappie Annihilator. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye!